Jerusalem, June 2, Reuters. An aide to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirmed on Sunday that Israel had accepted a framework deal for winding down the Gaza war now being advanced by U.S. President Joe Biden, though he described it as flawed and in need of much more work. In an interview with Britain's Sunday Times, Ofer Falk, chief foreign policy advisor to Netanyahu, said Biden's proposal was a deal we agreed to. It's not a good deal, but we dearly want the hostages released. All of them. There are a lot of details to be worked out, he said, adding that Israeli conditions, including the release of the hostages and the destruction of Hamas as a genocidal terrorist organization, have not changed. Biden, whose initial lockstep support for Israel's offensive has given way to open censure of the operation's high civilian death toll, on Friday aired what he described as a three-phase plan submitted by the Netanyahu government to end the war. The first phase entails a truce and the return of some hostages held by Hamas, after which the sides would negotiate on an open-ended cessation of hostilities for a second phase in which remaining live captives would go free, Biden said. That sequencing appears to imply that Hamas would continue to play a role in incremental arrangements mediated by Egypt and Qatar, a potential clash with Israel's determination to resume the campaign to eliminate the Iranian-backed Islamist group. Biden has hailed several ceasefire proposals over the past several months, each with similar frameworks to the one he outlined on Friday, all of which collapsed. In February, he said Israel had agreed to halt fighting by Ramadan, the Muslim holy month that began on March 10. No such truce materialized. The primary sticking point has been Israel's insistence that it would discuss only temporary pauses to fighting until Hamas is destroyed. Hamas, which shows no sign of stepping aside, says it will free hostages only under a path to a permanent end to the war. In a speech, Biden said his latest proposal creates a better day after in Gaza without Hamas in power. He did not elaborate on how this would be achieved, and acknowledged that there are a number of details to negotiate to move from Phase 1 to Phase 2. Falk reiterated Netanyahu's position that there will not be a permanent ceasefire until all our objectives are met. Netanyahu is under pressure to keep his coalition government intact. Two far-right partners have threatened to bolt in protest at any deal they deem to spare Hamas. A centrist partner, ex-General Benny Gantz, wants the deal considered.